In this video, I'll show you how to build a birdhouse with a camera inside. Let's get right to it. I've got some upcycled plywood I salvaged from a disused chicken coop that I'm gonna use for this birdhouse. I'll begin by cutting out all the pieces on the table saw. No need to show you all these cuts. I'll take a few minutes to file down all the rough edges after cutting. Next, I'll mock up the house to make sure all the pieces fit together nicely. These two smaller pieces require some special cuts to fit the angles. If any minor adjustments need to be made, now is the time. To attach all the pieces, I'll be using a combination of wood glue and screws. I'll pre-drill all the holes and countersink them to avoid splitting the wood. This plywood has a coat of paint left over from the chicken coop. It will all be on the outside of the house, so I'm not worried about it. I could add another coat for extra protection, but I think I'll just leave it as it is. Access to this house for cleaning will be through the front board, which will be held in place by 3 screws. I'll cut an entrance with a hole saw. The size you choose will depend on the birds you're looking to house. I'm aiming for chickadees or wrens, so I'll use a saw that's 1 1/8 inches. In the event that some water gets into the house, I'll cut a small drain hole in the bottom. The house is designed to hold a camera in an upper chamber that'll look on a downward angle towards the nest itself. I'll need to measure and cut a hole in the chamber wall to allow the camera viewing access. The camera that I'm using is secured with 2 small screws that'll slot into the camera base. I'll measure their placement and screw them in by hand. This dividing wall is to prevent any curious residents from interfering with the camera and altering its positioning. To accommodate the camera wiring, I'm gonna cut a small access notch. In addition, I'll add a small washer and screw that'll hold the camera wire in place. This'll prevent the camera from repositioning if the wire outside is moved or pulled. I'll add the front board at this stage, and then craft an entrance hole guard to deter unwelcome guests. It'll be fashioned out of an old gutter downspout using some tin snips. Filing away any burrs is an important step, as we don't want any sharp edges that might injure our little friends. The inside of the house is naturally quite dark. To help out the camera, I'll be adding a translucent skylight in the roof. You can use whatever durable material you like for this. I'm just using a piece of plastic from a milk jug. After sizing it up, I'll drill some pilot holes and cut out the rest with a small handsaw. Some glue and staples will be more than enough to keep this window in place, as well as prevent any water leaks. I'll also add a little window cover, just to be safe. With the house complete, I'll plug in the camera to verify everything is operating properly. Next, I'll install it in the backyard tree. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in following our future tenants, please subscribe.